That is not true.
You got to show me that in the Bible.
I can't. God didn't make the world and make everything.
Show me how I pulled a verse out of context. Please, give me Isaiah 28:9. Be converted. Now, why would an Israelite need to be converted? Can you explain that to me? To convert back to the law, statutes, commandments that the Most High gave us. No, they're not. If they were blessed, there wouldn't be any conflicts over there. Isn't that would be peace? There's not peace in Israel right now.
No, it's not peace now.
Exactly. It would have been fulfilled. Now read.
But thou art rich, the synagogue of Satan.
So that's the synagogue of Satan over there. That's why there is no peace in the land of Israel. Chief house of the devil. Okay, because the word synagogue means chief house.
Okay, the hand of the
Now
wicked.
it's evident that the Caucasian race has been ruling the earth.
If not, where and who is it?
If the white race ain't the wicked, who the hell is it?
And so with that,
Amen. Death to America.
death to
man.
America.
Death to America. Joel chapter 2 verse 3. A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
That's right, man. You ain't gonna be able to escape this judgment, this damnation that's coming from the Most High. Read.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Exactly, because when they first came to America, this is supposed to be like their Garden of Eden, man. They knew Atlantis, man. All right? But now what's happening? It's becoming a desolation. That's what's getting ready to happen when these missiles hit this place. Read.
Yea, and nothing shall escape them.
Nothing shall escape. You ain't gonna be able to escape. You here in America, man, you're going to die one way or another, man. Okay, the scriptures say whether it be by the famine, whether it be by a troop, or whether it be by these missiles, right? Go ahead.
The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses,
As the appearance of horses, right? Read. This is in reference to the missiles, right? Go ahead.
and as horsemen. So shall they run.
Go ahead.
Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubble.
That's right, because that's what's in there, man. A concentrated fire, man. Thermonuclear fire. Read.
As a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pain. All faces
Shall be much pain, man. All the faces of you damn Americans is going to be much pain, to say the Lord. Read.
It says all faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war.
That's right. That's how these missiles is going to do, man. Okay, and they're going to just be destroying, man. All these tall buildings, these skyscrapers that Esau done built, man, indicative and reminiscent of the caves that they dwelt in Mount Seir. The Lord is going to send missiles to bring all of that down, right? Go ahead.
It says, and they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks.
That's right. The missiles is not going to break their ranks, man. Okay? All right, they got the technology. They got honing technology, man. All right? They got heat-seeking technology in this missile. The Most High said, matter of fact, you give me that and he created the Smith. You got something else? Yeah. Give me that and created the Smith. Because the Lord has put the spirit on various scientists to develop this technology. This technology is going to make it so the missiles don't break their ranks, man. Okay? And they're going to be able to travel from great lengths and distances in very fast time and blow this place up, man. Okay? The Most High God gave them the knowledge to do that, man. All right? You got it?
Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith.
So the Lord created what? The smith, right, Red?
That bloweth the coals in the fire.
Right now, this is an old world allegory, man. In the old world, you had the smiths. They weren't who prepared the weapons, whether it be the swords and the various things like that. The smith, they would take the metal and they would refine it in the fire and shape it and sharpen it and all that. That's what the smiths would do. But your modern day smiths are these scientists that are developing this technology, man. That are developing this thermonuclear technology and designing the computer chips that are going to guide these missiles, the missile guidance system. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And I have created, in that bringing forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy.
That's right. The Lord has created the waster to destroy. He's putting the spirit on these various nations to rise up, take these missiles, and destroy this place. That's what the Most High God did. That's his work, man. Okay? So when you're wondering why missiles is getting ready to destroy you, you're thinking about how you went to church every Sunday, understand them. This is the Most High God's doing, man. Okay? And it's going to be marvelous in the elect's eyes, right? Now go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
Right? With confused noise, man. When you take a look at them movies, 300, Troy, these various movies, when you have conflicts in the ancient world, it's with confused noise. Why? Because you have men out there with their armor on. You have swords hitting the armor. People screaming, war calls. Some people was fighting with elephants. They was blowing their trumpets. So that's the confused noise, right? Go ahead.
And garments rolled in blood.
And garments rolled in blood. People getting stabbed. You might kill somebody. Their blood squirt on you. All that, right? Go ahead.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Because this is going to be a whole different type of war. The Most High God is talking about a thermonuclear holocaust, man, okay? So it's going to be a whole different level of war, and it's going to be missiles sent from long distance as opposed to close-up battle, right? Why? Because Esau is not really even into close-up battle, all right? When the so-called white man wanted to take down the North American Indian, what did he do? He invented the Gatling gun. He didn't want to go hand-to-hand with Gag, right? He didn't want to go hand-to-hand with the North American Indian man, Seminole Indian man. He created a Gatling gun so he could stand back and crank it, man, and just lay all them Native Americans down, man, and take their land. That's how Esau get down. So now it's just to the extreme sense of now they got thermonuclear missiles that they can press a button and go from one side of the earth from another and blow something off the face of the earth, man. Like one of the Russian officials said, man, we have the technology and the weaponry to take any city and blow it off the face of the earth, man. Okay? They got that technology and they ready to press that button. They waiting for the United States to give them a reason, man. And the Most High gonna get it to a point where they feel like they got good enough reason and their allies, and they gonna push the buttons, and this place is gonna go.
Joel chapter 2 verse 8. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path, and they shall fall upon the sword.
You ain't gonna have the missiles running into each other or nothing like that, man. They all gonna stay their course because the Lord, like we just read, created the Smith that developed the technology that they're gonna their guidance system. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
Go ahead.
They shall run.
And that's a reference to the America's got their different various missile defense systems. And the scriptures say what? They shall not be wounded. Right? Okay. So America's missile defense systems are gonna come to naught. Right? Go ahead.
They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall.
That's right. Meaning they're gonna take this place out, man. Go ahead.
They shall run up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
Again, talking about these big, great skyscrapers that Esau have been done built, man. Okay? The Lord is going to have it to where the missiles is entering in at the window, man, and knocking these damn buildings down. Okay? 9/11 times 100, man, times 1,000. Right? Go ahead.
The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark.
Go ahead.
And the stars shall withdraw their shining.
Because of how tumultuous this is going to be. The great cloud of darkness and blackness is going to rise to the sky, man. America's getting ready to fall. This white man is getting ready to fall. Right? Go ahead.
Right. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great.
Now the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, right? Because his camp is very great, right? Talking about the army of the heavenly host, man. Yahweh Shai, the heavenly host, the elect. Right, to fight against whatever armies in the world that's left, man. You're dealing with the Russians and the North Koreans and all these armies that don't get blown off the face of the earth after this destruction. They're all going to come together, right? And they're going to try to come up against the Lord of hosts, man. They're going to try to come up against Yahweh Shai and the angels and the elect. And the Lord is going to utter his voice, man. What's going to happen? Go ahead.
For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it?
Who can abide it, man? Nobody can abide it, save the elect, man. Read.
Therefore also now said the Lord, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning.
Matter of fact, hold that. Go back to verse 1.
Verse 1, blow ye the trumpet in Zion.
So again, the Most High God is telling us to do what? Blow the trumpet in Zion. That means amongst the black, Hispanic, and Native American. Go ahead.
And sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Sound an alarm in the holy mountain of our people, right? Why are we sounding an alarm? To warn our people. Now skip back to that. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations.
An assembly of great nations, right, Reed?
From the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
None shall return in vain. Meaning the arrows are all going to be effective and they all going to hit their targets. This is biblical prophecy that's reiterated on multiple occasions. Right, go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 58 verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not.
So the Lord told us, cry aloud, spare not, right, Reed?
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Go ahead.
And show my people their transgressions.
So we're commanded to lift up our voice as a trumpet and show our people what's going on and what time it is, right? Go ahead.
and the house of Jacob their
And
sins.
show our people their sins. Right now, go back to that in Joel 2.
Joel chapter 2 verse 12. Therefore also now said the Lord, turn ye even to me with all your heart.
So what are we telling our people to do as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? To turn to the Most High God with all your heart. We hear blowing a trumpet in the midst of the black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. We hear warning and setting an alarm in the midst of the black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. And they better turn to the Most High God with all your heart. Because if you don't, and you're a black, Hispanic, and Native American, which is an Israelite according to the Bible, and you don't turn to the Most High God with all your heart, what's going to happen? You're going to be destroyed, man. You're going to be destroyed right along with our enemy, right along with the so-called white man, and the Asian man, and the East Indian man, and that damn Hamitic man, and that damn Arabic man, right? We're going to die right along with all of them if we don't do what we need to do as the Lord's chosen people. So that's why we out here blowing the trumpet in the midst of the black, Hispanic, and Native American. What the black, Hispanic, and Native American man want to do? He want to go to the goddamn Wiz Khalifa show tonight. He want to go down here to one of these bars and get drunk, right? And cheer on his football team. He don't give a damn about what the Most High God is requiring him to do. He don't care, man, okay? That's why a lot of our people are going to fall right along with our enemy, man. Because you have joined and you're at league with our enemies against the Most High God and against his elect. Go ahead.
And that's the transgression we're trying to show you, that your heart is not with the Most High, man, and you have to actually turn to him. That little bullshit you do every, once a week, every Sunday, man, is not enough. It's not sufficient, to be delivered in that day.
Yeah, that's right.
This is,
Finish this. This is back in Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about.
That's right. Put yourselves in array, man. Just like in ancient Babylon, you had all these armies that put themselves in array against it. There's a reason why America is likened unto Babylon. Why this is called Babylon. Because those things that can be said about ancient Babylon, the majority of them can be said about this modern day Babylon. Right? Hence the allegory. Go ahead.
It says, all ye that bend the bow.
All ye that bend the bow. All ye that have this technology and this power of thermonuclear missiles. Right? Go ahead.
Shoot at her, spare no arrows.
Shoot at her, spare no arrows, man. Unload everything you got on America. Read.
For she has sinned against the Most High.
She has sinned against the Most High. It's the most abominable place on the planet Earth. This, matter of fact, give me Revelation 11:8 real quick, and then somebody give me the law. Give me like Deuteronomy, started about 18.
Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city,
Read.
which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
So this great city is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, right? Why is it spiritually called Sodom and Egypt? Because it is like Sodom and Egypt in its policies and its belief system, right? Now let's find out. We already know what Sodom is. Everybody knows what's wrong with Sodom. Homosexuality, bestiality, pedophilia. These are the type of things that occurred in Sodom. Incest, adultery. These were the type of things that drove the Sodomitic society. And these are the type of things that drive this society, right? But also Egypt was a place of great abominations. Spiritual abominations, idolatry, wickedness, witchcraft, right? What's going on? Y'all got a question?
Nah, I'm just looking down, man. What are you guys, about?
We're out here talking about the truth of the Bible. What's your nationality?
Me, I'm Dominican, man.
You're Dominican? You from the Dominican Republic?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're here to let our people as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans know our true identity, right?
Right.
What does the word Dominican mean?
It means Dominic.
Word Dominic, right? Or Sunday, right? That's what it really go back to.
No, that's
Sunday.
Domingo.
Yeah, but it's the same because it was originally called what? Santo Domingo.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Dominic,
I'm
yeah.
from Haiti, right? So I know about the history, right? Now look, we were told we're Dominicans, we're Haitians, we're African Americans, we're Mexicans, we're all these various things.
Right.
But what they never told us is how all of the scriptures or the prophecies that the Lord said in the Bible that was going to occur to his people, the Israelites, all fit us.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
The transatlantic slave trade, the Hispanics and the Native Americans having their land stolen, being oppressed, having a different gods forced upon them. This is all biblical prophecy.
Okay.
And this is all the things that the Lord God said was going to occur to us if we didn't follow his law, statutes, and commandments.
No doubt.
So what we out here to do is to bring our people back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. You know about Jesus Christ, right?
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
wasn't Jesus here to fulfill the stature and the limitations of the law? So that means we are no longer through his blood under the law of covenant. Of
No,
Moses, right?
that's not true. Matter of fact, give
No?
me Matthew 5:17. We're gonna go and see what he said about it.
I thought he was here to fulfill the law.
No, when it says that word fulfill the law does not mean means the law is over.
Right.
When he
I know
comes
that.
to fulfill,
I know that.
he's prophesied in the law. His whole coming is prophesied in the law multiple times.
But after him, we got grace.
Oh, the grace is in the Old Testament. You see what I'm saying? It's not a New Testament concept. Christ didn't come to do anything new. Matter of fact, give me that Hebrew. He didn't come to do anything new.
Well,
Him and the Most High God, they're on one accord and they don't change ever.
Right. Actually, after he died, the newest gift that we got was tongues. Tongues wasn't in the Old Testament.
No,
the newest gift we got was tongues.
Tongues is in the New Testament.
Yeah,
it is in the Old Testament.
it's not in the
What
Old
is a tongue? What is a tongue?
Well, the tongue
what
is
is a tongue?
supposedly, the language between you and the Lord that only you and him know.
Listen, they tell you that in the church, but that's not scriptural. The word tongue just means a language. If you speak Spanish or I speak English, you speak in French, Creole, Italian, these are tongues.
Right,
so when it
right,
said,
right.
matter of fact, give me that Acts 2. When it speaks about the different tongues, right? In Acts the 2nd chapter, it speaks about Israelites, right? From every nation under heaven, which proves how we were scattered throughout every nation, and we were all speaking in various tongues.
Right.
There's a reason for that. Because,
The Babylon, right?
well, that's the reason why the tongues were confounded. But there's a reason why you had Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven speaking various tongues. Because it was part of the curse put upon us that we would be scattered throughout all the nations under heaven. So the Lord set up prophets and men that would speak these different languages so we could communicate. Like we're in America, so we're going to be speaking English. You see what I'm saying? But you have brothers that do the work in South America, they're speaking Spanish or they're speaking Portuguese. You got guys out there in Holland that's doing the same thing we're doing. They're speaking Dutch.
What's that picture right there?
What picture? This?
Yeah.
This is an
That's the
image.
most interesting one.
This is the most interesting. Why is it the most interesting to you? Give me real
Well, I
interesting.
mean, it's just, I don't know, it depends on whatever your belief is. Because, I mean, if you're Italian, Christ got to look more Italian. If you're black, Christ got to look black. Damn, I see the Mexican Jesus. I put that way.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
they try to what they try to do is they take this same picture and they might give it a little bit more tan to appeal somewhat more to the Mexicans. But what we got to understand is this is a man that walked the earth.
Right.
Okay,
So then
this is a
we
Spaniard man.
have the Judas goat, and then we have the Judas horns. We got the pentagram.
Well, we're demonizing this image because so many of our people believe that that Christ is a white man. All right, and these are all a device that was designed of white supremacy to enslave our people both mentally and physically.
Well, that stuff right there is irrelevant. It's the man with many faces.
Well, it's not a man with many faces.
Well, in a
And
sense, he does.
number
If you're
one.
Mexican, he's got to look Mexican. If you're Russian,
But the
you're
fact is,
Russian.
the whole thing is this,
You know what I'm
right?
saying? It's
Everybody's
irrelevant.
dealing with perception, and that's what's wrong with people on the planet
Right, which is
Earth.
irrelevant.
Perception supersedes reality.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
In Revelation, he said he has a skin of white bronze and hair of white wool.
Well, not white brains, it's
You know what I'm
of burnt bronze, skin of burnt bronze, and hair of
Well,
white
if you
wool.
ever study bronze, bronze is dark.
Exactly, and this is the point that we're bringing out that Christ didn't look like this. Where we at?
Yeah, but that's irrelevant.
Yeah, matter of fact, give me Deuteronomy 7:5. You saying it's irrelevant? We're gonna show you something right here.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 5. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars
You shall destroy their altars, right, Red?
and break down their images
And break down their images. So this is us breaking down this image, right, Red?
and cut down their groves.
And cut them down, right? The groves is another way that they used to worship different pagan altars they used to build, right, Reed? You see it when you walk into a church, the way that the church is architecturally built, it's like a grove, like two trees coming together. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And burn their graven images with fire.
And burn their graven. So that's why we demonize these images, because especially blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is bowing down to this, man. You see what I'm saying? And that's a problem. That's mental slavery. Go ahead.
John 7:38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said.
So we got to believe on Christ as the Bible say. Now look, if the Bible didn't say he had skin of bronze, then it wouldn't be a big deal. But it does. You see what I'm saying? So we got to believe that.
If you look at ancient Egypt, the people in there, they're all black anyways, right? The ones creating the pyramids.
Yeah, of course.
They're
Yeah.
Jews, right? No?
Yeah. Well, yeah. We was right there. Go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 18 verse 3. After the doings of the land of Egypt wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
Hey, guys, so the Most High been telling us since we came out of Egypt, do not do as the way of the Egyptians, right? Because the way of the Egyptians is cancerous. Right? Keep reading.
And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you,
Out of Canaan, the Canaanites, the various Hamites, the Lord said, man, don't be like them damn Hamites, man, right? Go ahead.
shall ye not do.
I'm going to tell you why the Lord told us not to be like the Hamites, man. Because the Hamites is simple-minded, man. The Hamites is bird brains, man. Now, people get mad, oh, you talking down about the African, this, and that. Let me tell you something, man. Y'all want to glorify African ideology, man. African ideology is a bird brain ideology, man. Okay? Point blank, period. And I got scientific proof on that, man. If you want to challenge me on it. Why is it bird brain ideology? Because they woke up and they looked at the sun and they called it God, man. You know what I'm saying? They looked at the sun and they called it God, man. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because that's the biggest thing and the brightest thing that they saw. That's what a bird do. That's imprinting. When a baby bird is born, whatever he sees first, that's his mom. He looks at that like his mom. You see what I'm saying? So if a little bird hatches out of an egg and sees a grown-ass human, he gonna look at that like it's his mother. But it's a man, it's a grown man, not even the duck, not even his kind. So a lot of you Hamitic people are bird brains. So the Lord told us not to follow after the way of these simple-minded Hamites, these Canaanites and these Mizraimites, or these Kemetic Egyptians and so-called Punic people, right? The Lord was warning us not to. Keep reading in that.
It says, neither shall you walk in their ordinance or ordinances.
Number one, they ain't even really got no ordinances, man. They live in a very lawless society, right? Go ahead.
Verse 4, ye shall do my judgments and keep mine ordinances to walk therein. I am the Lord your power.
Keep going.
Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord.
Go ahead.
None of you shall approach to any that is near that is near kin to him.
You see that? The Lord said, do not approach to him that is near kin to him. So, but the Egyptians and the Canaanites, they was doing it. Meaning they was participating in incest, right? What proves that? You had that Pharaoh that married his sister. Am I lying? It's in the book of the dead, man. It's in your information. That Pharaoh married his own sister when she was 11 years old. The Lord said, don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? So these are the ways of Egypt. So this place has a similar doctrines to Egypt. Why? Because you got grown-ass crackers that's sitting here and molesting their little kids, man. I'm lying? Go ahead.
To uncover their nakedness, I am the Lord.
Go ahead.
The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother.
You see that? So they was uncovering the nakedness of their parents, right? In Egypt. So the Lord said, don't do that, right? Go ahead.
Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover.
The nakedness of thy father's wife. We have a lot of that goes on in here, man. People having sex with their own father's woman, man. Hold that. Go ahead.
Exodus 11:7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
What does that mean, shall not a dog move his tongue? Does that mean a dog can't bark at us? No, that's talking about you other nations, man. Y'all ain't got no room talking about a Hebrew Israelite God chosen people to read.
Against man or beast.
Not even you can't even say nothing about our beasts, man. You can't even say nothing about our cattle. Read.
That ye may know how the Most High does put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
And I'm going to tell you like this. The difference as far as physical appearance, in that time, it wasn't a difference too much in physical appearance. What the difference was in our minds, man. Because we wasn't as dumb. We wasn't on an intellectual low level as the Egyptians. Y'all want to talk about the great abstract concept of the Egyptians. And the Egyptians' great Egyptian ideas. Man, to hell with them ideas, man. Them ideas weren't so great when you actually take a look and delve into the logic of them Egyptians. Them Egyptians thought they were superior astrologers. They weren't. And a lot of y'all is lying on the astrological abilities of Egypt and Kemet. Y'all talking about the pyramids is built and in line with Orion's belt. Orion's belt didn't exist when the pyramids was built. I'm lying? So the Egyptians, man, y'all are crazy and y'all are illogical, right? And you have a bird's mind. So the Most High put a difference. He said, you are my chosen people. I created you in my image. You are not going to stoop down to the level of these heathens, man.
Right, and if you read certain parts of the Josephus, it tells you that we was teaching them stupid ass Hamites all that, everything that they knew pretty much.
Yeah, that's right. You know? Go ahead, you got something?
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6. Keep therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
So our wisdom and our understanding in the sight of the nations was this Torah that the Most High gave. That's our wisdom and our understanding in the sight of the nations. Right? Keep reading.
We shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Why would they say this? Because we were on a higher level intellectually and spiritually than they was. And once they seen our law, statutes, and commandments, they said, God damn, man, that was a good law, statutes, and commandments. That's why the real Kemetic people, the real Mizraimites that are down there in Sudan, you know, the Neolithic people, what are they following now? Are they following the ways of Kemet? No, they following Islam. Why? Because Islam is closely related to our practices. So they want to follow Islam because they understand that the principles and the laws and the things instilled within Abrahamic traditions and customs are far superior to that instilled with the Kemetic stuff. That's why they're not following Kemetology anymore, Egyptology anymore. Because they understand that these words that's written in this Bible and things related unto it, bootlegs of it like the Quran, are far more stronger and far more better in establishing a civilization than that bullshit. Go ahead.
For what nation is there so great who at the Most High so nigh unto them.
What nation is so great as the Hebrew Israelite, the black, Hispanic, and Native American man? No nation on the planet Earth is greater than us. That's what the Bible says. And the Lord gave us a law, statutes, and commandments to govern ourselves that we need to live by, because they are far superior to any law, statutes, and commandments to govern any civilization on the planet Earth.
That's right.
Go ahead. And we got strict laws. And that's why y'all hate us so much, because our laws are so strict. Because we don't allow you to commit adultery. Because we don't allow you to commit idolatry. You got these guys that in the Egyptology, they got pictures of their grandmother set up in altars and they bow down to them. You know how stupid that is? Go ahead.
It says, for what nation is there so great? What
nation is better than us? Nobody. And you niggas, y'all are Hebrew Israelites. And you following after the way of the Egyptian. And you gonna fall like the Egyptian. Read.
That's right.
So nigh unto them as the Lord our power is in all things that we call upon him for.
In all things that we call upon the Lord for when we are serving him. But y'all don't want to serve the Lord, and you wonder why we continually in a position of destruction. And our position as a people is getting progressively worse. Because we are not serving the Lord and calling upon the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Read.
And what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgments so righteous?
What nation is so great? What nation is so righteous? That's what the heathens say about us. That's why they're trying to follow our ways. Go ahead.
As all this law which I set before you this day.
That's right. Go back to that in Deuteronomy 18. Or Leviticus. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, the nakedness, Leviticus 18:10, the nakedness of thy son's daughter or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for there is thine own nakedness.
So you had incest that was taking place in ancient Egypt that the Lord was admonishing us from doing. Keep going.
The nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, begotten of thy father.
Even thy father's wife's daughter, begotten of thy father, which is your sister. Read.
She is thy sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
The Egyptians was doing that. This is why he said, do not as the Egyptians, and then he went on to list these things. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister. She is thy father's near kinswoman.
You can't fuck on your auntie, man. Okay? The Egyptians was doing this. Read.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, for she is thy mother's near kinswoman. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother. Thou shalt not approach to his wife. She is thine aunt.
Exactly. All right? But were they doing this in Egypt? Yes. That's why this is in that context. Read.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law. She is thy son's wife.
They was having sex with their daughter-in-law, man. They was having sex with their stepdaughter. They were doing all of these various abominations. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It is thy brother's nakedness.
It is thy brother's nakedness. Read.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. Neither shalt thou take her son's daughter, nor her daughter's daughter, to uncover her nakedness.
They was doing all these forms of illicit sex acts, man. Illicit things, illicit affections, man. That's what Egypt is known for, illicit affections. That's why they deal. What do they deify? Let me tell you something. This is showing you the stupidity of the Egyptians. They deify what? They had the penis, symbols of the penis, and symbols of the vagina. And you can find this in most societies. Penis worship and vagina worship, right? Why were they worshiping the penis and the vagina? Because they figured out, well, this is where life comes from. Not taking into consideration the force that created them and that set up that whole function and cycle and miracle of life. They're not considering that. So what do? Because they're illogical and they're feeble-minded, they worship the creation over the creator, which is illogical, which is retarded. That's what they did. Here come Beret. Go ahead.
For they are her near kinswoman. It is wickedness.
You got something?
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 31, verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High.
Yeah, the Egyptians are men, okay, and base men at that. Read.
And their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, behold, he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is open shall fall down, and they shall all fail together.
That's right, they're going to all fail together. All that Egyptian stuff is going, that's why Egypt got conquered, because it failed. Let me see the prophecies that the ancient Egyptians had about them falling. The Israelites, we had the prophecies of us falling. We knew we was going to fall before it happened. And we knew what we had to do not to fall, and our people neglected to do it, therefore we fell. The Most High God was not dealing with you. All right, all your various gods, whether it be Horus, whether it be Ra, whether it be Osiris, was not dealing with you on the level to where they notified you before something occurred that was going to be detrimental to your society. And on top of all that, is not your society. That's not your people. And you damn white people are all going into slavery.
That's right.
That's after the Most High God. Go ahead. Go back to Joel.
It's Joel chapter 2, verse 13. And rent your heart and not your garments, and turn unto the Lord your power.
That's right. Our people to do what? Turn unto the Lord our power. Okay? Read. Huh? Yeah, gracious.
For he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness.
That's right. The Lord is gracious and merciful unto us as a people, unto the Hebrew Israelites. The Lord is gracious and merciful unto you. Okay? So if you repent to the Lord will deal with you, man.
That's right.
Okay? But y'all ain't repenting to the Lord. Y'all don't even understand what repentance is. Go ahead.
It says, and repented him of the evil.
Of the evil. But our people want to just stay in this evil. Our people want to wallow in their filth and in their evil and in their iniquity, man. Okay, read.
Who knoweth if he will return and repent and leave a blessing behind him, even a meat offering and a drink offering unto the Lord your power. It says, no, blow the trumpet in Zion.
That's right, blow the trumpet in Zion to the black, Hispanic, and Native American man. That's what we doing. We blowing the trumpet in Zion. You are Zion, black, Hispanic, and Native American man. Read.
Satisfy a fast, call a solemn assembly.
We trying to call a solemn assembly. We out here on these highways and byways trying to call you back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Read.
Gather the people, sanctify the congregation.
Sanctify the congregation. How we sanctify the congregation? Hold that, give me Ephesians 5:26. Let's find out how we sanctify the congregation.
This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 26. That he may sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
Washing of water by the word. So how are we sanctified? By the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So what are we bringing out? The word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to sanctify the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man. Now go ahead. You got something?
No.
All right. Go ahead.
It says, gather the people, sanctify the congregation, assemble the elders, gather the children, and those that suck the breast. Let the bridegroom go forth of his chamber, and the bride out of her closet.
Go ahead.
Let the priest, the minister of the Lord, weep between the porch and the altar, and let them say, spare thy people, O Lord, and give not thine heritage to reproach.
That's right. Give not thy heritage to reproach. And the Most High isn't going to give 1/3 of his heritage to reproach, starting with the elect. But 2/3 of our people, 2/3 of the Lord's heritage is going to be given to reproach. What is that reproach? Thermonuclear destruction that we read about earlier in this chapter. Go ahead.
That the heathen should rule over them. Wherefore should they say among the people, where is their power?
And that's what these crackers are saying to us here in this land. Where is our power? Where is your God? They look at us right now like we just crazy, bum, broke, jobless, disenfranchised, disgruntled niggas. They don't think we following a God. They think we just another hate group, man. Okay? Go ahead. Raise hate. Go ahead.
It says, verse 18, then will the Lord be jealous for his land and pity his people.
That's right. The Lord is pitying his people in this time. After you damn white people have enslaved us, stolen our land, done all these various atrocities to us, the Lord is getting ready to pity the elect and the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
Yea, the Lord will answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be satisfied with it, therewith.
That's metaphysical. What is it metaphysical about? A feast. The Lord is going to prepare a feast for us. What is that feast? The deliverance, man. Okay? Delivering us and saving us up out of this place, from our enemies and from this destruction. Read.
I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen.
That's right. He's getting ready to deliver us, so we no longer reproach. So we no longer just a bunch of niggers and spicks and beaners and Uncle Tomahawk.
2 Ezra chapter 13, verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they that which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
Sore afraid, and yet durst fight. Meaning no matter how afraid you cowardly damn United States Marines and various armed force divisions are, and you other nations, y'all are going to fight still. And y'all going to fight, and y'all going to die. And it's going to be beautiful. It is going to be beautiful when you die. Okay? Thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Go ahead back to Joel.
Joel chapter 2 verse 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army and will drive them to a land barren and desolate,
Go ahead.
with its face toward the east sea and its hind parts of the uttermost sea. And his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he hath done great things.
Go ahead.
Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice.
Fear not, be glad and rejoice. Right? Go ahead.
It says, for the Lord will do great things.
That's why we are being glad and rejoicing. We're going to be glad and rejoicing when the Lord does great things. What are the great things he's going to do? Bring us salvation, destroy Babylon, destroy them armies in the valley of Jehoshaphat, enslave what's left of the planet Earth.
Hey man, when we see these nations, man, coming together for this World War III, you know, it's one step closer to getting out of here, you know, taking Esau in slavery and ultimately exterminating them according to the Holy Bible, according to Obadiah, man.
Yeah, that's right.
But you people have never read the book of Obadiah before.
All right.
I challenge any one of you guys to just read the book of Obadiah. If you guys believe in the Bible, read the book of Obadiah.
And it's talking all about you. All right, you damn white people. You damn red people. Okay? Which ain't white people. Go ahead.
This
Oh, you
is
got
Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 22.
Uh-huh.
Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle,
Go ahead.
and spread his wings over Basra.
Ooh, over Basra. Over Basra. See, Basra, which is you Edomites, right? Y'all are always known as synonymous with the eagle. But now it's talking about somebody gonna go spread their wings like an eagle over you. Right? Go ahead.
And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pain.
All y'all gonna turn bitch, man. All you damn white people. And we seeing it already, man. We seeing it already. And we only gonna see it increase from here on out. That was it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Joel chapter 2 verse 22. Be not afraid, ye beasts of the field, for the pastures of the wilderness do spring. For the tree beareth her fruit, the fig tree and the vine do yield their strength.
It's talking about us. That's metaphysically talking about the nation of Israel coming back. See, it spoke about the wilderness, right? So spring's coming out of the wilderness. This is us. We in a wilderness, barren and desolate state right now, but we're gonna spring out of this place. Read.
Be glad then, ye children of Zion.
That's when we're gonna be glad. We're gonna be glad when we get our salvation from Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Read.
And rejoice in the Lord your power. For he hath given you the former rain moderately. It's a lot. It says, be glad then, ye children of Zion, and rejoice in the Lord your power. For he hath given you the former rain moderately, and he will cause you to come down for you the rain. Come down for you the rain. The former rain and the latter rain into the first month. And the floor shall be full of wheat, and the fat shall overflow with wine and oil.
Talking about bringing us back, man. Causing us to flourish again. That's that rain. That rain causes what? It causes your land to yield fruit. Right? Go ahead.
And I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten, and the cankerworm, and the caterpillar, and the palmer worm.
Now, what does that matter of fact start? Read that again.
It says, and I will restore to you the year that the locust hath eaten.
The locust, right, Red?
And the cankerworm.
And the cankerworm, right, Red?
And the caterpillar.
And the caterpillar, right, Red?
And the palmer worm,
right, Red?
My great army which I send among you.
Now let me tell you something. When it's saying the caterpillar and the locust and the cankerworm and the palmer worm, this is talking about you nations. You nations are likened unto pestilence. Pestilence that have come and eaten and destroyed our substance. Right? In Haiti during the Caicos Rebellion, the Caicos rebels referred to the white people, the United States Marine Corps, as what? As caterpillars, right? When you take a look at this term caterpillar in the scriptures, it's talking about a pest that comes and devours your substance, devours your wheat, devours your crops, just like the locust, just like the cankerworm, just like the palmer worm. So that's what you white people and you other heathens are. You have came and devoured our substance. You have came and devoured our fruit, okay? So the Lord said he's going to take all those pestilence away from you. Meaning he's going to take you nations and take the power from you nations up over us and give us again power over you nations. That's what the Bible says. Okay? Go ahead.
And you shall eat in plenty and be satisfied and praise the name of the Lord your power.
That's right, in the kingdom. We're going to eat and be satisfied. We're going to be ruling over you other nations. Read.
That have dealt wondrously with you, and my people shall never be ashamed.
That have dealt, wait, start that again.
And ye shall eat in plenty, and be satisfied, and the praise of the name of the Lord your power, that have dealt wondrously with you.
By dealt wondrously with us, right? By having enough mercy to let us reign over the world. Even though we were wicked and we rebelled against him. That's him dealing wondrously, him bringing us down to the lowest estate and bringing us up to the highest. Go ahead.
And my people shall never be ashamed.
Israel, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American shall never be ashamed. That's what the Bible say. Right, read.
It says, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your power, and none else.
That's right. He is our power and none else. He is in the midst of Israel, okay? In the midst of the black, Hispanic, and Native American. That's why you see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Guys are all over the world and standing on street corners and preaching this word. Because he is the Lord, our power. He is none of the rest of you people's power. He is the Lord, our power. He don't care about the rest of you people, you white people, right? Especially. Y'all are the cankerworm and the damn palmer worm spoke about in the Bible. You're a pest, okay? You're AIDS to the earth. Where you at? Go ahead.
Amos chapter 3 verse 2. You only have I known.
You only. Who only? The so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American only. Right, read.
Have I known of all the families of the earth.
Out of all the families of the earth, you got whites, you got Arab, you got damn East Indian, you got some damn Ethiopian, Somalian, them other Hamitic people. You got Japanese people. You got Polynesian people, Micronesian people, Melanesian people. The Lord said he don't know none of them motherfuckers. He know the black, Hispanic, and Native American men. That's who the Lord knows. Okay? Point blank period. He don't know the rest of you people. That's why he ain't get the rest of you people his name. That's why the rest of you people don't have the zeal that the black, Hispanic, and Native American does. That's why the rest of y'all ain't in the church like the black, Hispanic, and Native American. Because we know that the Most High is with us. We know that we're his chosen people. A lot of our people are just lost. But that's why he got us set up out here to find the lost. Yahweh Shai said he came for the lost. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
And that I am the Lord your God, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams.
So the Lord said he gonna put his spirit on us as a people, and we're gonna prophesy. That's why you see us out here on these highways and byways. What we doing? We prophesy. What does the term prophecy mean? It means to say before. We're talking about the destruction of America before it actually occurs. That's prophesying. So the Lord has put that spirit on us to come out here and do that. Right, go ahead.
Hey, the race riots, the martial law, no. Hey, the chip, which the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip.
Yeah, let's not forget about that.
You know, this is all prophesying.
Pestilence.
That's right. And now y'all seeing the pestilence, and all y'all people are scared of this goddamn Ebola, man. You got all these people that are scared and worried around running about goddamn Ebola. Let me tell you something, man. Don't fear Ebola, and fear the Ebola vaccine.
That's right. That's
what your ass need to fear.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And trust me, they trying to, pretty much force it on people that don't even have it.
Just like the flu vaccine.
That's right.
I went to an appointment the other day with my damn wife, right? She's pregnant. So they're like, look, yeah, the flu vaccine, you got to get the flu vaccine, and I really advise and suggest that you get it. As soon as that doctor right to him, you ain't getting no goddamn flu vaccine, okay? That's the last fucking shot you get, okay?